so now I'm going to try to develop it more as soon as I can. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to do it. Just start from a little at a time. And, just put it in places where you go. I did that.
I'm trying to learn how to write, which is a lot more difficult than you would think. So.
It's easy.
But yeah, I'm usually used to drawing, and Ray was like, you have to try to write something, do something creative. I'm like, okay, I'll try.
Well, I don't know if, Image is putting a big, push on creator owned right now. I mean, this definitely falls in the creator owned category. And actually, I guess, Bleeding Cool reported yesterday, I think, that there is a noticeable bump in creator owned orders now in the last month.
That's great.
This month. And somebody said a little. That's a little soon to say it's a little. But what do you think about that? I know you like DC Marvel stuff as much as creator owned.
No, I think it's wonderful. I think it's great that we're getting these stories out there, and the fact that it's the people making what they love. And that was a great thing about Womanthology. It's all creator owned, and it's just all from them. They can make it whatever they want. They don't have to, have a license period that has to be a certain way. And so I think it's wonderful that it's creatively starting to get more recognition and
expanding and bringing them back. It's not just one kind of story. I mean, that's the thing I've always said with comics is what drives me crazy about it. Because I love DC. I grew up on all this stuff. But if I walked into Barnes and Noble or any bookstore and all they had was cookbooks, I get really upset really fast.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like. You're looking at comic stores. It's like, okay, people in the tarts fight. I like that. But what about something else? So I think creating our own, all it opens up the door for this, for westerns, for romances, for things like that. And is there something outside of superheroes entirely that you'd be interested in doing in comics?
You mean like genre?
Yeah.
Like,
Is there
I'll just try any of
touch
it. Well, I did the Anne Rice, which was pretty much horror.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, too much. I wouldn't mind doing a really good horror story of some kind. And I always love drawing fantasy because those are my favorite novels. So I could draw that all day long.
It should be more fantasy.
But pretty much those two and superheroes are my favorite three, I'd say. I don't know if I can ever do westerns. I'm not sure. But
yeah, maybe one.
There's nothing wrong with them, but
I find if you write a western, you can just stick it on an alien planet really easy.
Well, that makes it
science fiction story. It's really easy. But so any questions, Jody? Anybody? I'm going to start calling people out.
If you would do if you would consider doing another horror story or illustrating a horror story, would it be like a gothic horror or some other kind of horror?
I'm not sure. I really love ghost stories and monster stories. I'd say are my favorite. And more of the creepy kinds with the atmosphere. And so those are my favorite. Like I forget what story I've been talking to you about, but I had a
ghost story or monster story?
monster one.
Like one of ours or
Yeah, I forget now. We have talked about it, but yeah, I really love like ancient monsters and things like that. And, those are the movies I like as well. So.
Did you see Woman in Black?
No, I heard it's great though.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it?
See the original first.
Yeah. Can't really say which story I would like to do, but something ghost related.
Yeah, those stories are hard to pull off, and they seem so easy, especially in comics.
Yeah, it's hard to get the atmosphere just right. I'd say you gotta make it feel creepy.
It's hard to make somebody feel like they're alone in the house.
Yeah.
In a comic. It's very tough. In a movie, it's very easy to put it in the hall. But all right. Well, how are we doing on time? Actually, I haven't been. I have my back to the signs. 20 minutes. You guys gotta give me some questions.
It's time for you to do
There we go. Jody.
Are you reading any comics right now that you would recommend?
I don't really read many comics because I have my kids and I don't have a budget for comics that much anymore, but there's a lot I would like to read. There's a lot of some of the DC ones I would like to read. I really wanted to check out the new Wonder Woman. There's a Wheel of Time comic I would love to pick up if I get a chance because it's a good series that I really like.
Did you read Saga?
No, I flipped through it. It looked really good.
It looks so good. I know, that looks really good.
I mean, they all
I'm in
look
the same boat. That's the problem. Sometimes when you're making comics, you don't have time to stop and read them.
Yeah.
It's so bad,
I try to go to my comic shop whenever possible, just flip through it, and they know I'm never going to buy buy anything, so it's like I'm thumbs.
Do you ever do digital? Do you ever download?
Yeah, I try to look through them as much as possible.
Yeah. Do you like reading comics? Do you like reading on digital comics?
It's okay. I mean, I prefer to paper. That's just me. But it's just, I mean, that's what I grew up with. So it's a little strange for me to read it online. And it's neat, but I guess to me, I wouldn't be able to get used to it enough to prefer it.
I'm just tired of staring at screens. Computer, phone, and reading on it. Eventually, you want a break from it. Now, will this be digitally?
There's no plans yet. I know we had kind of talked about it. We've just been so frantically trying to get it out in book form. So,
Yeah.
But they were talking about it.
Don't you love that? You just get it out and everybody's like, when's it digital? When's it paperback?
Yeah.
Right as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, I know.
Which is, will there be a paperback?
I don't know yet.
No?
Yeah. Hopefully, there's a lot of people that really, want a paperback version. So hopefully we can make it happen.
Well, now I'm totally stuck on the fact that there's news that you won't tell us.
Well, I can't say because it would be unfair because not everybody is here. So.
But, I guess, we got some time. Because I am really curious about this, especially because you're self-taught. And because that was the toughest thing when you buy a comic, what it actually takes to make one, from pencils, inks, lettering, coloring, and all that. How did you just want to go to conventions and just asking people?
I didn't even know about conventions when I was younger.
Really? Serious?
I lived in Crescent City, California, which is way up there on the coast, and it's about 5,000 people. There was a tiny little comic shop, and so to me, I thought that not many people liked comics, so because there was usually only 2 other people in the store, and so I just started drawing my own, and I discovered that inking was part of the process because I would see inker in the credits, so I tried to teach myself how to ink, which didn't really go very far, but so I then color with markers and color pencil, and then I would have my dad go photocopy it in color so I can make it look like a real comic. So that's how it started.
How much of the stuff you do now is actual pen, ink, and digital? How much digital?
I don't do any digital because I don't have the equipment yet. I pretty much prefer traditional pencils and stuff like that.
That was the most heartbreaking thing about doing Mystery Society with Fiona. When Fiona State was 100% digital, so when I called her, I was like, "Oh my God, I love this page. Can I get it?" A file. I don't even know. I'll make it a print.
Yeah. My husband Ray is purely digital too, so he never has any of the original. Yeah, he's the one. He keeps trying to get me to do it, and I'm like, "No, evil, temper. I'm not gonna do it." But I prefer pencils and everything.
That's it. One time, I think it was at a Calgary convention. I sat with Fiona and I think it was Bruce Tim, Marvel, all these kind of old time guys. And when they heard she didn't have originals, they were losing their minds. So you cut yourself out of an entire, another market, you want that thing to hold in your hand. But Fiona's argument was she can do 5 pages a day.
Yeah. I know. I always watch Ray too because when he's drawing a page, if he draws the head too big, he's just shrink it down.
Oh, really? Yeah, that is true.
So,
is Ray going to hear anything?
I'm sure.
Now's the trash
He's
running
amazing,
portion.
so you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, you can't touch us.
But I know he wished he was here. He's so bummed.
Well, what's the next convention? Because now you probably got to do a circuit for this thing, right?
I think I'm going to Boston next month, and then maybe. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But I can pretty much only go to conventions if I'm invited or able to go in some way. It's just expensive setting up at a convention and everything like that. So.
Thank you. She's flashing signs. Thank you for coming over there too. Oh. Come on.
Yeah. Do you have a listing somewhere where you have all the different appearances of your artwork?
Yeah, on my website, I should have a list of all the issues and series I've worked on.
Do you have a website?
Yeah, or
Do we have that one up there that has the list of books too? What's your website?
That's actually my blog spot. So it's just Renae De Liz.blogspot.com. Yeah. I don't know.
Correctly, like
The
10
Liz,
years
the
ago.
Liz.
Yeah, I was mispronouncing the name for 10 years.
I know recently you drew a Wonder Woman picture. Would you have any desire to work for the big two?
Yeah, I mean, for the characters I really, really like, I would like it. I would love to try my hand at Batman someday, and especially Wonder Woman. She's just a classic character. I've been really, really wanting to redo Amethyst because she's just kind of a classic character from the 80s that I
When was
adore.
the last
So
time she had an appearance? Is she
I
still?
think actually Gail Simone put her in a comic recently.
Really?
Yeah, I forget which one, but yeah, so she came experience. But I love X-Men. I would love to try all of them if I can. So eventually, hopefully,
I'd
we'll
love to
see.
see what, I mean, Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, what Marvel character? Do you like the monsters?
Yeah, I love monsters.
No, do you like the Marvel ones?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
And thing,
Oh, yeah.
you know, all their little Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I'd love to draw them all if I could. So, yeah, people don't really